Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody. I'm Ronnie with Whip and Chain. I work alongside Maggie and Lauren to bring you fun crochet tutorials. This one is a textured Tuesday stitch, and it's not special stitch, but I figured let's do a textured little scrubby. And this is made out of 100% cotton yarn. It works up super fast, super fast. And even for me, and I'm a slow crocheter. But we're going to dive right into this. Again, if you're using any projects that you're making for the kitchen, I will always recommend that you need to use 100% cotton yarn. No, no question. Other products like the acrylics and different things, they could melt, they could burn you. Some of them could catch fire. So please only use cotton. Okay. All right. So I am using a 5mm hook. And again, like I said, cotton yarn. You can use any kind you want, but come on, if you've been watching my videos, who do I love? You got it, Hobby Lobby. And this one's called Potpourri Print. But this one that was made, it was extra leftover cotton yarn. But Hobby Lobby has this also new cotton yarn. Well, it's new to me. It's called I Love This Cotton. I just found it like a week or two ago. This one's bright green. You can use any color you want. Absolutely any color. Your choices of the rainbow are endless. You will need a darning needle. You will need a pair of scissors. Now this little project is done in 21 rows, and I'm horrible at keeping count of my rows, but this is one project where you kind of need the correct number of rows to make the project work properly. So what I always do is, since I need 21 rows, what I did is I took 21 stitch markers and set them next to me, and every time I completed a row I put one of them back in its case until they were gone, and that meant I hit 21 rows. So it's totally your call on how you keep counts, and people keep that little thing on their finger that counts rows for them. I would always forget if I did it, pressed it, not pressed it. It's silly, getting older, losing your mind. But that's how I did it. So I'm going to get you started on how to start this project. And it's actually really simple. So to begin, you need to leave a long tail. You will need that. That is very important in this project. Then you make your slip knot. Just like that. Now I need you to chain 21. And 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Now we're not going to be working in the back loops on this one. This is just regular. Second chain from the hook. Right in there, I want you to put in 2 single crochets in that same stitch. 1 and 2. Then in the next 17 chains, I want you to put 1 single crochet. Just 1. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Now if your counts were right, you will have 2 stitches left. We're going to do a single crochet 2 together. Okay, so you put your hook in, grab some yarn, bring it through, and you do that again in this next stitch. Grab some yarn, bring it through. That will leave you with 3 loops on your hook. You wrap and just go through all 3. Now this is considered row 1 that we just did. So if you're doing my way, then of your 21 stitch markers, put 1 away. Okay? All right. We're going to chain 1 and turn. Now, starting on row 2, this is going to be a repeat of rows 2 and 3. So I'm going to go over rows 2 and 3 with you, and then you're going to just keep repeating 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3 until you get to 21 rows. Okay? So, did I chain 1? Yes. Yes, sorry, I did. Okay. So we're going to begin this row with 2 together, joining 2 together, single crochet. So you go in your first stitch, grab some yarn, go in your next stitch, grab some yarn, bring it up. You'll have 3 loops, wrap, and you go through all 3. Now in the next 17 stitches, I want you to put 1 single crochet. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you know what? I think I forgot to mention it again. You will only be crocheting in the back loop only, and I apologize for not stating that earlier. So in this project, when we're moving on, we're going to be crocheting in the back loop only every time. So when we turn, it's back loop. When we turn, it's back loop. Okay. My apologies for not saying that sooner. Okay, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. You should have 1 stitch left. In that last stitch, I want you to put in 2 single crochets. Okay. And turn your work. Now we finished the next row, so I would take one of my stitch markers and put the next one away. Okay. Now this is row 3. Chain 1, and your first stitch, put in 2 single crochets in the very first stitch. And then you'll put 1 single crochet in every stitch going down for the 17 stitches, and again, it's back loop only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. You should have 2 stitches left. We're going to do a 2 together. You go in, grab, go into the next stitch, go through and grab more yarn, 3 stitches, wrap over, and pull through all 3. And then we're going to turn and we're going to chain 1, and we're going to start again with row 2, which starts off with a decrease. You go in and grab, go in and grab, and go through all 3. Then you'll go all the way down 17 stitches, and in your last stitch you put in 2. So you're just going to repeat rows 2 and 3 over and over until you get to 21 rows. Now I just so happen to have one done. Okay. So by doing the decreases and the increases, your project will look wonky, but that's the way it's supposed to look. It's actually supposed to look like this. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I would suggest you lay it flat with your tails going at the bottom. Now the screen is going to be reversed, so it really doesn't matter. But what you need to do is you need to fold it, not diagonal, just fold it over where you're making like a little triangle. And then the other side, you just need to fold over like you're making another triangle. And your edges will come together just like that. See? I'm going to do it one more time for you. Lay it flat with your strands at the bottom. Then you take each side and you just fold it over. And you make it where they meet. Okay. And what we're going to do, take a darning needle, take your long end that you left yourself, that I told you about, now when you get these ends, I want you to line it up. Okay, just like that. And I took my needle and I go into the stitches. And you're just going to whip stitch your project. This is not my pattern. When I do something that is my pattern, I will let you guys know. This was just another free pattern that I saw. And people love making their kitchen scrubbies. So I thought I'd give a better demonstration. Or different, however you want to look at it. Because everybody learns very different. Okay. So just take your time. This is part of the project. The first one I did, I really messed it up. And it was because I was rushing. Look at that. Horrible. So that's When I've learned with crocheting, if you really take your time, not every single time, but if you take your time, a lot times more than it don't, it'll work out a lot better. Rushing on crafting projects is just not really what you want to do. See how I'm just taking my time and I'm going corner to corner edging, okay? Make sure you get those edges. It's very important, those very ends, or your project will get like wonky on you. Okay. And what's nice is you really have to look to see the stitching. Okay. Now, if you want to turn it right side out, you are more than welcome. But it's not a have to. You do not have to. All right, so now you got it together. You got this nice little circle. Now we're going to take our thread and we're going to weave it, our needle. Do not weave it in these big gaps here. I've learned that the hard way. I want you to weave it trying to go through the thicker parts, but as close to the edge as you can. All the way around your edging. If you notice, I'm really trying hard to skip those gaps. When you're all the way around, you take it and you cinch it shut. Don't pull so hard where your yarn breaks, okay? But cinch it tight. Then I take my needle and I go right down the center to come out the other end. Just like that. All right. Try not to use your other end. Use this end. This piece that you've been working with. Go through anywhere on the edge. And now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Again, try very hard not to go through the big gaps if you're able to. when you're all the way around. Pull it cinch it shut. All right, guys, you can laugh at me. I'm not batting 1,000 with my English language today, am I? And then you center your two ends that you stitch together. And see how this is still open? Just keep pulling it till it's nice and tight. Okay. And what I do is I make sure I place the centers as much in the center. Once you got it in there, it'll stay, I promise. And then you take your two ends and you tie it really tight. Okay. And here it is. Now here's one in a solid color. This was just multiple color, and here they are. They are such an easy project, and they're really nice scrubbies, and they have that texture to it, and they fit in your hand. Look at that. Beautiful. I am going to be keeping these. These are not going to be a free given because I use all the washcloths that I can possibly make, because with having animals and constant dishes in my sink, love having them. Well, I thank you. Thank you for watching this segment of Texture Tuesday. This week it's actually on Wednesday because I just got crazy busy with work and all. But thank you for joining us. My name is Ronnie. I work with Maggie and Lauren. Our group is named Whip and Chain. And would you please show us some love and hit that subscribe button at the bottom and the like button. And we are on Facebook. Please come find us. We're having so much fun. We hit 1,000 subscribers, and we are close, so close to 200 members on our Facebook page, which is Whip for Work in Progress and Chain. So come, please show us some love. Come join us. We have so many fun projects that we have planned that we just got to get to and do. Until next time. Happy crocheting, everybody. We love you for all the support you've given us. Have a good one.